Okay, we've gone through some pretty difficult problems here, and it's really a hope for relief at some point. And I'm going to say that the relief comes. Let's see where the relief is in these problem sets over here. And I just lost my spot. Oh, number 4. I'm sorry. Number 4 is a relief problem. So, again, we've done some pretty crazy problems so far. We're on page 159, and we've really done a lot of problems. So, I want to go to the whiteboard, and I'll write down what we have to do over here. So the question is this over here, and you're given the square root. It's nested, by the way. 3 plus 2 root 2 is equal to m plus n root 2. All right? It says find the integers m and n. So what do I know? M and n are integers. All right? Again, if I'll certainly publish a key and share that with you. And one thing you could do is you could square both sides. And there's really nothing wrong with that, but you get 3 plus 2 root 2. Here you get m squared plus, well, then you're going to get n squared times 2 plus 2 root 2 mn. And I'm going to say this looks rather like lengthy to do, but this is typically the way most students do it. And when I post my key, I'll put that in it. Okay? But what I want to do is I want to think about doing it a different way. The way that certainly was once taught in algebra to do these problems over here. And there's nothing wrong with this technique, by the way. But I want to erase this over here, get the big eraser out, and start again. And I'm going to write the same problem down, but I'm going to do it differently. And the problem is this over here. 3 plus 2 root 2 equals m plus n root 2. And what I'm going to do is just rewrite it a little bit differently. I'm going to write this as 3 plus 2 root 2, and I'm going to assume that this can be broken into 2 roots. I just don't know what they are. Now, there's a point to this, because when I square this, it's going to be pretty nice looking. I'll put this over here. We'll square both sides. We get 3 plus 2 root 2 is equal to a plus b plus 2 root ab. And what I would do now is equate coefficients. All right. Now, you could do that before, too, by the way. But there were squares in it. And now I'm getting something that doesn't have any squares in it. So when I equate coefficients, I want to put what I'm talking about. This is 3. That would have to equal those two numbers, which are integer, by the way. All right. And then, I see the 2 over here. I see the 2 over there. So what I'm really equating the AB with inside the radicand, which is a 2. Inside the radical, which is called the radicand, is a 2. So let me write that down for you. Let me go backwards on this, get rid of the highlighting. So again, the first thing I want to do, whoops, sorry about that. I just did it again. I want to equate coefficients. So I'm going to say the number 3 should be the same thing as a plus b. Oops, I keep doing that. 3 should be a plus b. The next thing I'm going to say is that 2, that's the radicand, should be AB. Now, by the way, this is 2 equations, 2 unknowns, and it's not a linear equation, except the first equation is linear, second equation is not linear. But the bottom line is, I would say by inspection, they're integers. So I'm going to say it looks like 1. I'm going to say A looks like it's 1, and B looks like it's 2. And why is that? 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 times 2 is 2. So I think I know what this is. So root 3 plus 2 root 2 is the same thing as root of 1 plus the root of 2. That's kind of remarkable. All right, so what does that mean? It means it's equal to 1 plus root 2. So what's our question? I want to go back up here, and the question is, what's the m? The m is clearly 1, by the way. What's the n, though? Let's take a look at it. Oh, clearly 1 again. And that's done. This was an easy problem, by the way. Even if you did it by the rough technique, by squaring both sides, it's rougher, but you can still do it, by the way. And again, I'll publish that in the answer key, which you may have access to. But there will be an answer key to these problems over here. And again, you should have access to that at some point. Maybe not now, but at some point. Thank you.